Hello again. This is going to be the second part to changing the wireless card on the Xbox One, the original model. I've went ahead and put in the screws. Just got the final loose screw here for the metal casing. This is my new wireless card and the antenna. All you really have to do is attach the wire. Make sure it clips in on this end, just here. Put your metal teeth back on the wire. And here, just use some pliers. So just pry them together. Attach one end of the antenna to the card here, this side, and we'll just be slotting the card back in here. Now you will want to make sure you put the screw in this corner back on first, because obviously the card sits on top of that, so you have to do that first. And you just set your wireless card back in. If you do get a new antenna wire, just try and bridge it a little bit away from the case where it does arc. It does give you a little bit of better signal. Now that will just sit in a little bit there. You're going to get your two small screws. Set them back in the holes. Oh. You get your torque screwdriver and just gently screw them in. Sure they're nice and tight. Don't have to be mega tight, but just make sure that's nice and pressed in. Happy with that. I got my last screw in here, just so you can see. I've done the rest. There is 8 of those long screws, including the one that's in that corner. You do need to count them out, and if you remember, anything with a C in a number is where those screws go in, if you do get stuck. Because there is a couple of holes on the side, like here, and here, just above that screw. You don't actually put anything in there. Not sure what those holes are actually for. I think it's part of the casing that sits on there, but get that one in there. There we are. Right, and the other thing you want to do as well is if you've disconnected your speaker, is attach that back into the front. Just make sure you can see. It just slots back in its little casing. Pinch that in. It'll just stop going any further in at a certain point. Once it doesn't feel like it's going to go anywhere else, that'll be it. Right, what you'll actually be doing now for putting the casing back on is just putting the top on first and then the facing. The facing will go last. If you remember, the casing came off with the face attached. I'll just show you here. So this is that blue ribbon you want to watch out for again. But as you can see along the top here, you've got little tabs. These ones here, these just come off the top part here. If you just loosen them up a bit with your fingers, and then you should, in theory, try and get you so you can see. Just put your fingers along the top, just pry each one out, and the face will just lift off. There we are. That's it. So I'm going to put the face to one side. And then you'll be wanting to put the top on. Just making sure everything's definitely in so I don't have to open it again. Happy with that. Right. You just set the top. Just roughly back on top of the console. It will just sit right in. Just go around and just gently press, it'll all click right in. This is a little bit different from when you're stripping it, since you do the face last, but it's pretty simple enough. Yeah, just make sure you got that wire of the speaker tucked away from these lips here, because you'll be closing the face over and you don't really want to jam the wire. And same with the antenna wire there. Just twist that out of the way a bit. There we are. That'll do nicely. Now this is the little annoying bit. You've got to get the blue ribbon back on. Let's try and show you again. Get it in the shot. So, you're going to hold the face up, this face, to the actual console, and just line it up along the bottom. See there, it just kind of sits. It'll just roll on. You can see there's not really like a seam. You can see when it sits properly. Well, you can see when it's in line as well. But that's how it's going to go rolling on. But you get the blue ribbon on first. So make sure this is out. This little bit on the end here, if you remember from the last video. Now this is going to be a bit annoying to try and show you. So grab your facing with a blue ribbon. Just get a couple of fingers and you want to slide that little middle part of the tab underneath the part that sticks out. I'm sort of starting to see why nobody showed this part now. It's incredibly difficult to film. It's too high. And that was too low. So, the blue ribbon. Trying to get it so you can see alright. It is incredibly fiddly. So obviously trying to be careful not to rip it as well. Right. That's actually slotted in under there. Once it's in and you can't really push it any further, close that tab on the end. Just push it closed. Obviously keep the blue ribbon pushed in. And then, once that's closed on the back there, this left side will just, or should, slot over it. I'm actually going to pull that out a little bit. Let's see if I can slide that in a little bit further. That's it. And then just push that all down, all the way around. That's that. Now, as mentioned before, what we're going to do is just sit the faceplate on the bottom, just like so, and then just roll it up. once it's sitting along the bottom. And all these little teeth along the top here, you just want to push them in if they're feeling like they're not moving anywhere. And you're just trying to slide them underneath the top part of the case, that's all. Of course now it's not wanting to go for some reason. Why is that? There we go. And then once they're starting to go under, just push it in. The top might actually click up a little bit, but don't worry about it. Once you start pushing it all in, it will just click into place. Oh, I should not catch my hands. There you go, you can see it's clicked in. That seam along there is fine. And now, I'm putting the side back on. So, get this clip from earlier. See, that's the bottom, with the grid on the back. Slide it in that way. There's a little rail. Just sits on there. Push it in. And it just clicks in. And you just get your mesh, and it just sits in, and you literally just push it in. And that's it. Simples. To be honest, the main thing you really just want to be watching out for is just putting the blue ribbon back on. And just making sure you've got every wire connected back that you've took off, and you'll be quite surprised how quickly you'll do it. It'll take you not long to do. If anyone has any questions about putting it back together, just leave it in the comments and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And I hope that's helped everybody out. Thank you.